And now, we'd like to feature...
Ladies and gentlemen, how are you today on this King's long weekend birthday or whatever it is of the King? I don't think it's his birthday. We are here. We are the Red Hot Underdogs. I am Anzac, and with me tonight, always with me tonight, is the host with the most, yours truly. Please put your hands together for the incredible, the wonderful Drew, everybody. Drewy.
Hey, buddy. Welcome, everybody, to the podcast that cuts out all of the fluff and bullshit in order to get to all of the fluff and bullshit.
Yes.
So, how are we today? Good?
Just like these women, like it doesn't matter what you do or what you don't do, they are never and will never be happy. Why do we put up with them? I don't know. Seriously, why? That's how
I've got the best deflection. Without going into the nuts and bolts of the encyclopedia that is women themselves, I think we should take a great big muff dive straight into the origin.
Yeah. So, it makes sense, sport.
Let's go straight for the origin.
It makes sense. Look, I've got a guest speaker tonight. Hang on 1 second.
No problem.
Just hit OK. This is our first guest speaker. Let's see if it works. Hello, Wenton.
No,
he's connecting to the audio. Look,
there you go.
Let's talk origin.
Good. It's a Red Hot Underdogs podcast. It wouldn't be that kind of podcast without some drama. If he joins us, he does. If he doesn't, he doesn't. But we keep trucking on. Listen, 38-10 to Queensland, unfortunately. And unfortunately, the game was over in the 7th minute when Joseph Tszyu gave Reece Walsh a great big shoulder sandwich to the head, toasted on both sides, and that just sucked all of the air out of the game.
Yep. So you really think it was over because of that?
Oh, 100%. Mate, at this level, with those kind of players, the elite of the elite, you can't play one man down for 73 minutes and win the game. It's not going to happen.
So do you think that New South Wales had a chance if he was on the field?
100%. 100%. I still favoured Queensland going in, but I had a feeling that New South Wales stood a legitimate competitive chance. Don't get me wrong, I still had Queensland winning, but after that moment, it was unfortunate. I felt a bit sorry for Joseph Tszyu. I think all he was trying to do in the early stages of the game was make a real statement, a physical statement to say, hey, New South Wales are here. We're here for the business. We're going to be competitive and we're not going to cop any shit. And I think he just went to make a really big hit that went drastically wrong.
And it was his first origin, right?
Yeah.
So debut. Yeah. And was that his even first tackle in his first origin?
It was his first tackle. It's memorable for all the wrong reasons.
Yeah, first tackle, only one tackle. Only one is it going to be only one origin? So he can't play for the next one, right?
Well, he can't play for the next one, and he's going over to rugby union next year.
Oh, well, so fuck him.
It may well be his last.
Yeah,
but,
his last.
I thought,
where's he going next year?
Rugby union. Hopefully to play for the Wallabies and the Waratahs. But unfortunately, it was a massive hit, and it went drastically wrong, collected all of Reece Walsh's face. I thought, unfortunately, when he went down, he just laid out like a plank. I thought that the trainer was going to come out with a big fluffy pillow, a little maroon blanket, and a little teddy bear to stick under Reece Walsh's arm, because that guy was gone.
Yeah, but he was gone, but he was back up quite quick. everybody was shocked, you know.
Oh, not too quickly. He was down for a while. I think if anyone said it best, it was the band Green Day when they sung "Wake Me Up When September Ends," because
Oh.
that guy was nine-eye for a little bit, mate. He took a bit to get up. He didn't just get straight up.
Okay, but you know what I mean?
But,
Like I actually thought he'd be off in a stretcher, you know, and then
yeah,
you saw him wiggling fingers and at the end of the match he was cuddling and high-fiving and
he
so
was okay at the end. Thank
that's what
God.
I meant. Like, not that he
Yeah,
got up instantly, but yeah.
no.
Yeah.
Yeah, but thankfully he did, which is really good. Interesting comment by the coach Michael Maguire after the game.
Hmm.
He didn't feel that the punishment fitted the crime, but I'm going to disagree with him, even as a massive New South Wales fan, and I absolutely hate and can't stand Queensland. But just because it's Origin, just because it brings in lots of money and lots of eyeballs, you want it to be competitive, it doesn't mean it wasn't a send-off.
Hmm.
Because unfortunately, the actions have consequences. To me, it's like a wedding guest turning up to the reception with a gun and shooting another guest.
Oh.
And then everyone goes, well, let's not call the police. Let's not call the ambulance.
Yeah.
Let's stick the victim in the broom closet
Yeah.
and play on because
Yeah.
of the enormity of the event.
Yeah, it's a special event. It'll be okay. You know, it's just a word, you know?
Yeah. Sorry, like there's got to be accountability and consequences. It
Yeah.
sucks because I wanted New South Wales to win, but you know,
It
these
almost
things happen.
it was the, you know, like how one tackle can and one hit can be such a big talking point and take away from how good Queensland played and there was a lot of players that played
Yeah.
really well, but it's all forgotten over one tackle that happened 7 minutes in. And it does happen in sports and stuff and games, but yeah, like it just shows you how the media and everyone just focuses on one small thing that took 2 minutes, you know?
It did, and it essentially ended the game.
Hey,
And
look who we've
you
got.
just can.
Can you see Wenton, Drewy?
Hey,
I
Drew,
cannot.
how are you?
Hey, how you going, buddy?
You got to
Not bad, Drew.
flick your screen,
How are you?
maybe you can see him. We can see and hear you loud and clear, Wenton.
Oh, that's good, Jules.
And
How are you today, mate? What are you up to?
Good, good. Drew, how are you?
Yeah, good.
Now,
we're talking
Oh.
about Manly. Let's get on to Manly. That's enough Origin. Origin was just, well, why don't we ask
Rubbish.
Wenton? What do you think?
Yeah, ask Wenton.
Yeah, tell us, Wenton, what happened with the Origin?
Well, I didn't think that was a send-off. I thought it should have been a sin bin.
Yeah, interesting. Okay.
Why?
I politely disagree, but that's okay. We can't
Why?
all have the same opinion.
So
Yeah,
why did you think it was a send-off or not?
Because
Well, when I see a shoulder collect all of somebody's face and somebody lying on the ground flat like a plank of wood, I don't think that you can just give somebody 10 minutes. But that's only me, and everyone's entitled to their opinion, so it's all good.
why do you think it was just a sin bin, Wenton?
Well, he should have. Well, he should have got 10 minutes
Why? Why?
because the referee, Ashley Klein, thought it was contact to the head.
Which it was.
That's all I saw.
And it should have been a sin bin. Give him
Again?
10 minutes in the sin bin.
But if you shoulder charge someone and the only thing he hit was that bloke's head, where is the sin bin there? That's a send off.
Well, he did. Well, I think Ashley Klein did the right thing, but we only played with 12 men on Wednesday night.
Yeah. I like Wenton's one-eyed view of the actual game.
Yeah.
Bugger it, give him 10. I
Mm.
don't agree with it, but I wish I had that mentality. Go the Blues, go Wenton. I
All
like the fact
Yeah,
that
well,
you think it was
well,
only
we'll,
10 in the
we'll see what we can do in the second one on the 27th of June.
Yeah.
We'll
In
see what
Melbourne.
we do then.
Yeah.
See if we can make it. See if we can make it 1-1, and then we'll go to a decider like the women's.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Sounds
will-
good.
That will be more exciting. Look, just moving on to Manly. Okay, I got to admit, I didn't watch the game, Wenton. I didn't watch the game because I went to a circus, literally a circus, and there was women with skimpy clothes and fireballs and what are they called? Hula hoops. Lots of hula hoops.
Yeah.
And
But wait, before I joined you, what were you guys talking about?
just
The
Origin.
Origin.
Yeah.
But that's okay.
Now we're moving on
it
to
was-
Manly. Manly. Well, as soon as I move on from women and skimpy clothes and stripper poles, Manly, Drewy, I kind of went to watch the highlights and watch it again, but with these phones these days, you find out who wins, and I don't really want to watch Manly lose.
Yeah, no,
Can you-
fair enough.
Can you sum it up for someone that couldn't be fucked watching, Manly lose when Manly lose post game? What happened?
Well, Manly put up a reasonable effort, but again, we flew out of the block to have a handy lead. We lost the lead again. Groundhog Day. Unfortunately, Ruben Garrick left his kicking boots in the sewer.
Yeah, wow.
He kicked 1 from 5. We left 8 points out there and ended up losing 32-22. It could have been so much closer, but Ruben Garrick just couldn't kick for shit yesterday, unfortunately. Bad day at the office with the boot. It happens. But you know what? Penrith were the better side. Tommy Talau for Manly, 4 tries. I think he's been Manly's biggest unsung hero this year. We talk about the Cherry Evanses and the Travojeviches of the world, but Talau's been awesome.
Yeah.
Brian To'o, just magnificent for Penrith. That guy's an absolute powerhouse. He picked up a hat trick. And for as good as Manly played, I just think that Penrith are just that class above.
Yeah.
And when they really put it together, I still have them winning the whole competition this year. Manly weren't terrible. I wasn't totally unpleased with the performance. It was against Penrith, and hopefully next week against St George we can win.
Yeah. What do you reckon?
So,
Tell us what you think.
That's at 2:00 on Sunday.
yeah, you going to be at the game, Wenton?
Well, Drew. I'm trying to get down. I'm going to go down. Try and stop you.
Yeah,
Like
bloody
every-
A.
Is it at
Every
Brook?
time
Is it at
yeah,
Brook?
it is.
Okay,
It's
nice.
at 4 Pines Park.
Oh, yep.
Yeah.
That's
I
right.
like your shirt. I like your shirt, Wenton. Is that so you don't forget your name? I like it.
No, that's my radio show.
Ah,
Oh, beautiful. There you go.
give us a look.
Yeah.
Move back a bit. We want to see the shirt. Move back. Okay. What's to say, Wenton, and you got your Aboriginal flag there.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
Aboriginal flag. Very
It's
proud.
on the weekends.
Yeah, nice.
Nice.
Oh, good
I
to
do-
see. You've even got the Manly flag in the background. Go Manly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I put it there. I
but
put
I
it there.
but I thought Penrith was just too good yesterday.
Yeah, they generally are. They're a well-oiled machine. I think any side generally has to be fully focused for the 80 minutes to beat them. They're just one of those sides. You can get away with certain mistakes with other sides, but not against Penrith.
Can I just ask one thing, right? So Garrick kicked. I just said killed. Garrick
He kicked 1 from 5 yesterday.
1 from 5.
Yeah.
So that means 4 he missed out. So 8 points he didn't get, but we
Yeah.
lost by 10. so it really wouldn't have mattered. It just would have made it a closer loss.
But if he had his kicking boots on yesterday, we would have led.
Oh, no, Penrith was still too good. We still don't win even if he kicks 5 from 5 because that would have been 32 to 30.
Exactly. Yeah.
So anyway,
Wenton means that Manly would have been in front at one stage. Is that what you mean?
yeah, look, we were in front at one stage in the first half.
Yeah.
We were 12-4 ahead at one point. It could have been 18-4, but we got kicked 3 lots of 4s.
Yeah.
We kept going up by 4s. It wasn't helping the cause.
No.
Okay, guys. What do you think? Do you Drew and Jules? I want to get your opinion.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. I want to know. Do you think we can beat St. George?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I definitely think we can beat St. George, but St. George are very good at the moment. They're in form. Absolutely we can. Absolutely we can. We played against Penrith. They're hard.
Yeah, they're a good side to watch at home.
Yeah. Speaking of St. George, they smashed the Tigers. 56 to 14.
Yeah.
And they were behind 14-12 at half time.
So that's all second half.
Drew. I watched that game.
Yeah. I know. It was embarrassing for the Tigers.
And I tipped them too.
Oh, it was a good tip. Poor old Tigers. I think they're going to be licking the wooden spoon this year.
And Storm are up, and Stormer Rich is happy. Stormer number 1.
Yeah, 36 to 28 over the Knights. The Storm are still winning, but for mine, they're not the super force that everyone thinks they are, in my opinion. I think of late they're letting in too many points. They let in 26 against Manly, and they let in 28 against the Knights yesterday. So, although they beat the Knights, they're still letting in points, you know.
Drew, I watched that game yesterday.
Yeah, what did you think?
Yeah, they did lead in some points yesterday.
Yeah.
And moving on, anything else about rugby league before we talk about the game of Kings, the game of tennis?
Just the Rabbitohs smashed the Titans, so that's 2 in the row for them. 46 to 12. Warriors over the Cowboys, 42 to 12. And
42 to 22, I think it was.
And then the Sharks beat the Broncos 22 to 12. So few results, and we'll find out later on today about the Eels and Bulldogs, but that's later on. But with the tennis, like you said, the tennis, we have a French Open winner in the men's, Carlos Alcaraz.
Yep.
Alcaraz wins in 5 sets. So yes,
that must have been an hour long.
It was an epic. It was an epic game. Alcaraz won 6-3, 2-6, 5-7, 6-1, 6-2.
So he's down 2 sets, was he?
He was down 2 sets. He was down 2 sets to 1.
Yep.
In the final, and funnily enough, he was down 2 sets to 1 in the semi-final against Yannick Sinner.
Yeah.
So he's had to do that twice, which takes great mental and physical fortitude.
Yeah. And he's back to back, isn't he? He's won a few of them.
Then, boys, it was on clay.
On clay.
Yeah, it was on clay. He's now won 3 majors. So at the age of 21.
Yeah.
And in his post-match press conference, he said that he is going after Djokovic's record of 24 majors.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, it's a long way from 3 to 24.
Yeah.
But guess what? At 21 years old, in a game of buy, sell, or hold, I'm holding on the fact that he might get there.
Yeah,
I'm not saying he will. I'm not saying he won't. But 21 is very young to have 3 majors.
Exactly.
It's
21, isn't it? It's not the 3 majors. It's the fact that he's 21. This is his 3rd back-to-back. Like he's done not French 3 times. Like he's done 3 different
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
And he's the youngest
So,
to do that. The youngest to do that.
yes.
And what's the next one? The next one's Wimbledon.
It's-
Isn't it?
Yeah, the only
Where you get
major
straw-
he hasn't won
where
was
you-
the
where you
Australian
get
Open.
strawberries and cream.
Strawberries and
Yeah, Bella, strawberries and cream.
Let's
You ever
do
been
it.
to Wimbledon, Wenton?
No, I've never been to Wimbledon. I've never been to London, to tell you the truth.
Maybe you can put that on your bucket list one day.
Yeah, maybe.
Let's
And
go.
I could give you a report.
Yeah.
Absolutely, that'd be awesome.
We'll do the Red
I
Hot
reckon it'd be a hell
Underdogs
of a report.
live from Wimbledon. Hey?
With Wenton eating strawberries and cream in front of the camera while he
no
gives
shirt
us
on.
his own rundown.
With
Awesome.
no shirt on, or maybe with that shirt on. When and keep that shirt
With
on.
that shirt on. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's his podcast
Yeah,
t-shirt.
that's the podcast shirt, mate. You know, we got to get you a Red Hot Underdogs
Yeah,
a shirt. When?
we
Well, if you
do.
If you can, that'll be good.
Yeah, we just got to make one first. I got some pens here. All I need's a shirt, and I'll have one in no time.
But
Good.
congratulations to Carlos Alcaraz, because
Yeah.
he's got a hell of a future.
Yep.
Very, very talented player.
Yep.
And strangely enough, you brought up a stat to me during the week. Yeah.
Can I ask you a question?
Yep.
Yeah, sure.
How many aces did he send down?
I don't have that statistic. I've got a lot of statistics. I don't have that one though.
People are tuning in. They want all the answers, Drewy. You're the brain of this shit. You know, we're just Wenton and I are just comic relief. You know,
I go okay, but I'm not. I might be Merlin, but I'm not God.
Oh, okay.
But even God makes mistakes.
He certainly does. He's made a few. Certainly does.
Yeah. One over here, right here. But I will bring up one particular stat, which you had drawn attention to me during the week, which I already knew, but it solidified it for me, which is kind of amazing. It was the first time since 2004 that Djokovic, Nadal, or Federer hadn't been in a semi-final or a final for the French Open.
First time in 2004.
That's 20 years. So what I find amazing in that time is that in that particular amount of time, people have been born.
Yep.
They've gone to school. They've become a legal drinker. They've been able to vote. And they've had their first root.
Well, not always. You know.
Not always.
Not always.
And some of them have accidentally served a double fault and become a parent.
Yeah.
But, But you know that's a long time.
It's a long time. That's 20 years. We've had the same three people in. Is that every final? Like, there's been one of these cunts in every final.
Yes.
That is.
Yes, at the French Open.
Wenton, think about how huge that is. We have had Federer, Djokovic, or Nadal in one of the finals. Are you saying the grand final, Drewy?
Either semi or the final. Either the semi-final or the final. Yeah.
Phenomenal. It really is. Yeah. It just shows that now is the changing of the guards. Now.
It is. I don't hate it too, because it's good to embrace the next generation.
Yep.
You know?
Yep.
I love seeing Djokovic and Nadal constantly rewrite history and put the amount of majors up one by one. With Djokovic being on 24, I'd love to see him win a few more to try and put it completely out of reach. Because I love history. But I also love the fact that we're starting to see some fresh new names potentially winning Grand Slam finals, and we're not just eating rice and beans for the next 20 years. So that's also exciting.
See some new blood on the tennis court.
Yeah, bloody oath.
I tell you, when they lie down on that clay, you see when he won.
Yeah.
They get up. All the clay comes on their shirt.
Oh, they're covered in shit. Seriously.
They're covered in it.
Oh,
But they'd never lie on the clay with a phenomenal shirt like what Wenton's got,
No.
because that's a ripper shirt. You got
no.
to keep that one clean and
Yeah,
the
keep it
Omo
clean.
handy.
Yeah, I always do.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Boy,
absolutely.
so how do you pronounce the guy that he beat what?
Zverev, Alexander Zverev. He's
Zverev.
27 years old. Yeah.
27 years old.
He's
Yep.
sorry?
Great player. But
Yeah,
I-
I've got a question. I've
I-
got
I
a question.
Yeah. You
I've
got
got
a
a-
question. Hang on, Wenton. Keep your pants on. I just want to say this Zverev guy is
Yeah.
the woman basher.
Oh, listen, I'm not going to bring out the pitchforks. I
No.
can quickly cover this one. I don't know enough about the two cases. What I do know, it's a massive red flag. He's had 2 domestic violence incidents in the past.
Yep.
One with the mother of one of his child, one with another girl.
Yep.
Whereby both cases were settled out of court.
Yeah, because
So-
it's cashed up because of tennis. So
Take that with what you will, but
Well,
you know, it is what it is.
he's a woman basher.
Look,
Well, Wenton, do
certainly
you
won't-
agree he's a woman basher? Yes or no?
I certainly won't be going for him in any of his games.
I
And
don't-
I'm glad he lost. He's probably getting his karma now because he's been in 2 finals and lost them both.
Yep.
And never won a major. So
Yep.
maybe that's a bit of karma.
He's been in 2 finals and lost them
Yeah.
both, and he's
Yes.
bashed 2 women. Maybe that's
Yeah.
that's God. That's God saying, you know, there you go.
Yeah,
That's justice.
I've had enough.
Yep, that's right.
Yeah. Well, you know, the universe sorts you out if you've been a bad boy. And I think that's what's happening to him.
So he's the bad
But,
boy
you
of
know.
tennis now. Is he the bad boy of tennis?
Oh, no, I wouldn't even say that. He's just a guy that plays tennis, does his best, and has a questionable past.
Question, but okay. Well, just I don't want to talk about
A bit
athletes.
like
Listen,
John
Wenton,
McEnroe.
listen. I don't want
A
to
bit
talk
like John
about.
McEnroe. I like John McEnroe, though.
Yeah, but he never
was-
bashed a woman. He never.
That's
McEnroe never
right.
bashed a woman.
I loved McEnroe, Wenton. You know why I loved McEnroe? Because he was the
You
full
can't be
storm.
serious.
Yes, there was passion, charisma.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just want to
One of
finish
my
on this
favourites.
woman bashing athlete thing. Who else has been convicted of bashing a woman in elite sports?
All right. There is one guy who might surprise you. Back in the 80s, Sugar Ray Leonard.
Yeah, but also Mayweather, wasn't Mayweather accused of it as well?
Mayweather as well, yeah. He went to
Mayweather,
jail
Sugar
for
Ray
it. Yeah.
Leonard, and also
It
fuck.
often happens to boxers because
That's
they
what
get hit
there's
in the
another
head.
boxer. There's another boxer that did it.
Diego Corrales was another.
Mike Tyson. He bashed a
Mike
woman.
Tyson. Yeah,
Mike
well, he also did the R word too. So,
Yeah.
Look, mind you, I'd rather not continue to talk about this because it's
Okay,
kind of
yeah.
distasteful.
It's very
But-
distasteful, but it's relevant if you're talking about this bloke. You know, that's all I'm
Yeah.
saying.
He's getting his just desserts on the
And
court.
I want him to lose for that reason. I'm not condoning it, Drewy. I'm
No one
to
is.
lose because he's a
Yeah.
woman basher. You know, that's
And-
all I'm saying. I've said that. Yeah,
No, that's fair enough.
that's fair enough.
Everyone's allowed to sharpen their pitchfork if you want.
Yeah,
I prefer to walk down a different path, but hey, everyone does themselves and it's all
sometimes
good.
it's hard to get over things. You know, like this whole remember this big cricket scandal, Wenton, that happened, all the sandpaper and stuff. Like,
Yeah, I can remember when that happened
yeah,
actually.
but now are you okay with it? Do you think that like Smith is all forgiven? Oh, 10-minute warning, everybody. 10-minute warning. We have 10
Good.
minutes. Ding, 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 ding. I mean, is Steve Smith do you just forget about like doing stuff like that?
I think everyone's moved on. It's not the crime of the century.
No,
It
not
wasn't
that,
a great look.
But bashing a woman is a lot worse than using sandpaper on a cricket ball.
Oh, look, they're different. You know what? I don't have the energy to invest in either for too long.
Yeah, okay.
Like when it happens, you go, all right, well that's not particularly good.
Yep.
You
Let
take
it
a
slide.
little moment
Let
of retrospection, and then you go back to watching the sport for what it is.
Yeah.
That's
Let
What
it
are you saying,
slide.
Wenton? Tell us, mate. Tell us.
Let it slide.
Let it slide. Okay.
yes.
Slide.
Good man, Wenton. You're a man of wisdom.
I'm
Oh, I
over it.
have got one thing.
Yeah,
In
tell me.
in the women's final of the French Open,
Yeah,
Um,
who won that?
Iga Swiatek beat Jasmine Paolini
Hmm.
6-2, 6-1. She won it in 68 minutes and disposed of her like a dirty tampon. It was
Yep.
very quick work.
Yep. Very
So,
good.
Straight.
But I
straight
like her.
sets, good.
straight sets. Over in
Okay.
68 minutes, Wenton.
Yeah.
You know?
Really, 68 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is absolutely unbelievable.
It's quick.
I know. It's
In and
quick.
out. Yeah. Yeah.
That's quicker than I take to go to the toilet,
Yeah.
have a shower, get dressed, and leave the front door.
Yeah.
So
When was
quick.
when was that on?
The night
That was on
before.
the day. That
Yeah.
was on the day before. Yeah. So
Was that
and
Tell us about this
tonight or-
little Italian lady. What's her name? Pal. It sounds like a
Paolini.
Pauline.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
she was the 10th seed,
Yeah.
and unfortunately, it was her first
Grand Slam.
major final.
Yep.
Entirely extremely nervous. She'll be
Yep.
better for the run. On the
Yep.
positive side, she's at least made a Grand Slam final, which is more than some people can say. If
Very
ever she gets
likable.
there again,
Yep.
she'll never play that badly again.
Mm.
But Swiatek, very good player.
Yep.
That's the 4th time she's won the French Open,
Yeah. Wow.
and she's won 5 majors.
Yep.
So she's won the French in
She's won-
2020,
she's won.
2022, 2023, and 2024.
Oh,
And she
she's
won the
back.
US in 2022. So, yeah.
Yep. She's
Drew,
great.
you said that she was won 5 majors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. So,
That
and she's done it without the fanfare. You know, she keeps to herself. She's very professional.
Mm. I like her too.
but what I can't understand is why the girls grunt so much.
Yeah. I love
Yeah,
that.
I don't know. Without sounding like a misogynist, maybe it's because they don't have the same amount of strength.
Yeah.
So it takes them more effort to hit the ball. Oh my God, if there was a female audience, this switchboard would completely melt down.
But Wenton's right. It's the women that grunt more than the men, right?
I know.
Yeah.
But
Some
when
men grunt, but
Who?
not as many as the girls.
Tell me a man grunter.
I don't know, but it sounds a whole lot hotter when the women do it.
Certainly
Sometimes
does.
I even shut my eyes and have a little bit of me time while
Yeah,
it's going on.
Sharapova. She was the best
Yeah.
grunter of all, you know?
Yep, and
Yeah, she was a big grunter.
Oh,
Mm.
I could listen to her grunt all night. I wouldn't need to, but I could. If I wanted to, all night, grunt, grunt, grunt,
Yeah.
grunt. Sharapova style.
two other hotties to the mix.
Yeah.
Anna Kournikova.
Is she a grunter?
And-
She's a
Yeah,
hot.
she's a
and-
real-
But
and-
she's
and
a
Mart-
grunter.
no.
And Martina Hingis had a little bit of a grunt.
But did
Oh.
Kournikova grunt, Drewy? Did
Oh,
Kournikova grunt? I don't think so.
In-
I don't think she was a grunter.
In my dreams, she did.
Oh, in your dreams, she was a grunter.
Oh,
Yeah.
and Connie Hingis, absolutely. I was coming for all the smoke. I was ready for a really big serve.
5-minute
Trust me.
warning, everybody. I just said 5-minute warning and I showed 10 fingers. That was just a 5-minute warning. This ends in 5
Ah.
minutes. Okay, so what have we done? Origin. We've done Rugby
Yep.
League. Manly lost.
Yep.
Done the 10 arse. And
Yes.
there's something that you're a bit excited to watch tonight, Wenton, and I'm not going to watch it. Tell me, what is it? It's the most boring sport in the world. What are you watching tonight?
What am I watching tonight?
Yeah, what are you watching tonight? You told me you were watching something tonight. Okay, I'll tell you what you're watching tonight. You're watching people jump in a pool and swim to the other side of that pool.
Yeah, I'm watching the swimming trials from Paris.
Yep. All right. Well,
Wow,
I
that
think
sounds
I'll
interesting.
rearrange my sock drawer in alphabetical order.
Well, you know what would make that really interesting?
Rearranging
What?
the sock drawer or the swimming?
Well, both,
What-
but mainly the swimming. I'll tell you what could make the swimming
What would make it
interesting.
interesting?
Nothing.
Watching the breaststroke while listening to women grunt playing tennis.
Cornucova.
That would make it interesting for me.
Yeah.
Just
you
a
know-
thought.
But you know where we can get a gold medal?
Where's that?
We can get it in the swimming.
All
Like,
right. He's right.
Ariane Titmus.
What's
Yeah,
the-
Titmus. I like a bit of Titmus. She'll be good in the breaststroke.
how do you say your name? Say it again real slowly.
Ariane Titmus.
Is it
Titmus.
Ariana or Ariane?
Ariane. Yes.
Ariane Tit
Titmus.
Titmus.
Tit
Titmus.
Tit. No.
Us with an M.
Tit-
God, what are
with
we
an M.
doing?
Miss.
English for special people? Titmus. You stupid
Titmus.
Titmus.
I like the
Yes.
sound of her, Titmus.
Oh, she won gold last time. Plenty of them at the last Olympics.
Well, I reckon she'll do it again.
Okay.
Yeah,
Tit-
I do too.
Yep.
She's very professional. She's very athletic.
Okay.
She was the shining light last time.
All eyes on the tits. Okay.
Yeah.
Say
yeah.
that. All eyes on the
Yeah,
tits. Do they
Yeah,
Gold for
hold
the
up
Titmus.
banners? Go the
yeah,
tits.
that's-
Yeah,
Tits.
we love Titmus.
We love tits.
Beautiful.
Tits and titnus.
Yeah,
Yeah.
beautiful.
Ah.
All good. No
Mind you,
worries. Well, it sounds good.
There's 8 lanes in an Olympic pool.
Yeah.
Yeah, and look, it'll be a good Olympics. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah. We're
It's
going
actually
to
come round. It's come round quicker this time because of COVID last time.
And,
Yeah, well,
I'm looking forward to these new sports like breakdancing.
There is no
Oh.
break dancing in the Olympics. Sort that
I
out.
think there is a breakdancing in the Olympics.
There cannot be.
Wenton, is there breakdancing as a sport in this year's Olympics?
no.
Well, you're both wrong. You need
No,
to
I don't believe you. I'm going to Google it after
Google
the
it.
podcast.
Google
I
it.
will
Google.
Google it. I will
And
tell
then
you.
5 minutes.
You know what?
I got the kids
I-
yelling at me. They want lemonade.
That's all right. I will challenge you on that.
Yeah.
I'm going to Google it
Yep.
after the podcast.
Yep.
If I'm wrong,
Yep. Yep.
I will dress up in a pink woman's skirt or dress next week, wearing lipstick and pearl earrings. If there's break dancing,
Okay.
that's
And if
how
I'm
much
right-
wrong I think you
If
are.
I'm right, Wenton's got a dress in his pink and fluffy tutu. Okay, deal, Wenton? You got a tutu?
I've got a pink flamingo shirt.
That'll do.
Beautiful.
That'll
That'll do.
That'll do.
Yep. Whatever works for you.
Yeah.
All good.
Guys,
But
what a great
no worries.
episode. Wenton,
No
thanks
worries.
for coming. It was great to have our first guest speaker on the Red Hot Underdogs. You're always welcome here. Everybody is welcome at the Red Hot Underdogs. Wenton,
I've got a question for Drew.
you got 10
Yeah.
seconds. Quick.
10 seconds.
Drew, what did you think of the Tim Tszyu's brother?
Not as good.
Nikita.
He's okay, but not as good.
Oh.
I think Tim Tszyu's the better brother. Sorry,
Yeah.
sorry, Nikita.
No, he's
Sorry,
great.
Nikita.
I love Nikita.
Like Nikita